Hello, we are discussing about GATE 2014 ECE paper. The input -3 into e power 2t into u of t is applied to a system with transfer function of s minus 2 by s plus 3. If the initial value of the output is -2, then the final value of the output at steady state is initial value of the output is -2 and the final value of the steady state is, remember that one, the response of the system can be treated as two parts, can be divided into two parts. One is treated as transient response, the other is treated as steady state response. And steady state response doesn't depend on the initial value. Transient response depends on initial value. Transient response depends on initial values, and whereas steady state doesn't depend on initial values. Okay, so you can think it is going to be a simple example. Let us assume a capacitor is given. The capacitor is initially uncharged or charged. So first we will go for the capacitor as uncharged. So capacitor has values Vc of 0. Vc at t is equal to 0. Voltage across this capacitor is equal to something as 0 volts. Initially capacitor is uncharged. Now you are going to apply it through a resistor and you are applying a voltage as 5 volts. After going for the 5 time constants of time, the capacitor reaches the steady state value, which is nothing but capacitor stores the applied voltage. So Vc, capacitor voltage at t is equal to infinite, is equal to 5 volts. Are you understanding this one? Capacitor initially is uncharged, that is nothing but voltage across capacitor is 0. Now you are applying at t is equal to 0, you are applying 5 volts through some resistance. So to charge a capacitor it requires some time, that is measured in terms of time constants. So capacitor charges 63.2% in one time constant, and to reach its final value, that is steady state, whatever the voltage you applied, okay, if it has to storage total, it requires minimum of 5 time constants. So after 5 time constants, if you are allowing the capacitor to charge for minimum of 5 time constants, then capacitor can charge to the full value. So assume that when you have allowed it for more than 5 time constants, so that t is equal to infinite, under steady state it has reached the final value 5 volts. Now we'll go for the second case, okay, where the second case is capacitor has some value initially of 2 volts. Okay, capacitor has initial value of 2 volts. Now you are applying the same R value and you are applying with the same 5 volts. So under steady state, that is at t is equal to infinity, again the capacitor is stored with only 5 volts. Okay, initial value doesn't have any effect on the steady state. So after allowing for 5 time constants, the capacitor is again charged to the applied voltage, which is nothing but 5 volts. This is steady state value. Steady state value is 5 volts, that is totally depending on the input you are applying. Okay, it doesn't depending on the initial condition at the outputs. Okay, whether it is having 0 volts, whether it is having 2 volts, or whether it has -3 volts, it doesn't matter. Capacitor charges to the final value. So the system steady state response totally depending on, okay, inputs. It doesn't depend on the initial values of the outputs. Okay, so this initial value of the output of -2, it is simply given to confuse you. So it doesn't have any effect on the actual output. Okay, and we know that one, the system transfer function is given as s minus 2 divided by s plus 3. This is system transfer function, and for this one you are going to calculate steady state value. Steady state value, say it is, this is going to be y of t. Okay, steady state is nothing but at t is equal to infinite, or this can also be calculated as y of s. Okay, s into y of s, by that time s is equal to 0. That will be treated as steady state value. Steady state value is the value at t is equal to infinite or at the value at s is equal to 0 whenever you are using s into y of s as the equation, which is nothing but simply final value theorem you are applying. Steady state value means simply you are going to apply the final value theorem to know the answer. So now what is the input you are applying? Input you are applying is r of t. Say this is minus 3 into e power 2t into u of t. So we will go for s into y of s equation because transfer function is in the s domain. So we will prefer to apply steady state value, that is final value theorem, in s domain. So steady state value y of t is equal to y of t at t is equal to infinite, which is nothing but you can also calculate using this equation limit s tends to 0 s into y of s, where y of s is equal to g of s into r of s. G of s is s by 2 by s plus 3 and r of s is Laplace transform of minus 3 into e power 2t into ut. Minus 3 is a constant, e power 2t can be written as r of s. Directly I am writing the Laplace transform. So this is s minus 2 divided by s plus 3, which is g of s, and r of s can be written as minus 3 into 1 by s minus 2. So this is minus 3 by s minus 2 is the Laplace transform of r of t. S minus 2 get cancels. You will get it as limit s tends to 0. Okay, s into y of s will be equal to minus 3 divided by s plus 3. As you are going to substitute 0 value, this s will be 0, 0 into something is 0. So final steady state value is going to be 0. The value of output at steady state is 0. Okay, the right answer for this question is 0 itself. But only one thing you should remember is steady state value doesn't depend on the value initially present at the outputs. Okay, it totally depends on the input what you applied. Okay, thank you.